Just a few days ago, my companions and I were in Guanacaste, and we need to get to Nicaragua. So originally we were going to go through the border town of Los Chiles. Going through Los Chiles required riding through quite a bit of mud, and once we got there we found out that it was not really passable at the border. There's only one road that goes across the river once you're on the Nicaragua side, and they've been blocking that road. And by they, I mean protesters who are protesting President Ortega and the current government. So after driving to Los Chiles, we had to go all the way back through this long, muddy road. We had to go up to the other border at Peña Blancas and try to get across. Of course, when we tried to get across, they told us at the Nicaraguan side, hey, it's too late at night and the roads are dangerous. So they actually made us go back to Costa Rica, so we had to do all our paperwork again and then try to go back into Nicaragua the next morning. With the border here in Nicaragua, we tried to cross last night, but it didn't work because they said it was too late and too dangerous on the road. So now we're here early in the morning trying to pass for a second time into Nicaragua and hopefully making it as close to Honduras today as possible. Today there is a meeting between the president and the protesters, and things are supposed to be a little bit more calm on the roads. We're still taking like back roads to go right up along the coast to avoid some of it, because they're blocking roads all the way up through Nicaragua, all the way through Managua at the very least. So hopefully today we're going to make it to somewhere near Honduras.
To help the turtle get off the road. I didn't want to get squished, so I saw him crossing, so I pulled over to make sure he stayed safe. Goodbye, buddy. Love you.
We had to carry extra provisions of gasoline. Aside from this can here, I had another one attached to the back of my bike. And of course I used it to spill it all over my gas tank. We managed to meet with these gentlemen, some local motorcyclists, who agreed to help us get around the blockades throughout Nicaragua. The line of trucks seemed to go on for days. After a while I started zoning out and I just kind of kept thinking about the beach, wishing I was back in Guanacaste, running in the waves. Yeah, that's it. That's the memory. Many truckers have the right idea, sleeping under their trucks in hammocks.
Okay. Sí. It's not on.
No se preocupe, solamente rutina. Se va para...
Vamos para el norte para...
Solamente la cámara para...
Es cerrado. Sí. Gracias.
All right, so we made it through a lot of checkpoints.
Yeah. How many right now?
Four of them. With the last one being going through the sidewalk, over the mud,
Yeah.
There's some water.
with a flood.
Thanks to these guys.
Thanks to this guy. With rebels with mortars, handheld homemade mortars that shoot explosives,
Yeah.
and using trucks to block the road. And this gentleman here took us all the way through, so thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you, Frank. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't film some of the craziest parts of this journey. Much of the riding was very technically difficult and challenging. I mean, it was the most challenging urban adventure I'd ever had, with some crazy sidewalk riding and some weird broken pavement stuff, and it was hard. I will say we continued through several more rebel blockades after this point, and I have to say I found these kids to be very friendly, as well educated. Most of them spoke English very well. I asked one guy for directions. He shook my hand. I think that they just want what's best for the Nicaraguan people. I think that they're just struggling with a dictator, struggling with power like so many people are all over the world today. And a lot of times they get maligned as, terrorists or something scary, especially people of color. But these are just nice kids, honestly, creating road blockades because they're fed up with having a dictator, being ruled over and not having the rights they deserve.